This episode of Tim's Enthusiast Garage is brought to you by Rox Trailers. Rox Trailers is the largest trailer dealer in Central Ohio. They have a gigantic selection of enclosed, open, and custom trailers always in stock. Check them out at roxtrailers.com. And by Xpel. Prevent rock chips, look great while doing it, Xpel Automotive Film. Well, you guys deserve an update more than anyone on my Esprit S4 Resurrection project. And so I thought I would come here today to Red Frog, where the car is. If you follow me on Instagram, I have been here with the Mini before by way of update on this Esprit project. It's been many years, pretty much from the time the chassis came off the body. I knew I had bit off too much. Through this episode, you're going to see the updates that I've done to the car in the past few years, basically. We're going to cover some of the things that have been done to the car while I haven't been updating you. And now in this final update, I have not sold the car, but traded the car actually with Todd. He had a car called a Sunbeam Imp that was like a tulip rally. Pretty cool setup. My son and I had done a show with him last year with our green Esprit, and Todd brought the Imp, and we just loved that Imp. And so I ended up trading him the Imp and an aluminum trailer for the Esprit project. The good news is Todd has lots and lots and lots of money, significantly more than I do. Cost is not a factor. The project will be done very quickly. He wants to have it done by spring. So I thought I'd just give you a video update here on the car and show you where it is now. Welcome inside Red Frog Classics. As you can see, no shortage of ability. The Esprit now sits proudly up there while the chassis is being sorted out. I'll bring you an update very quickly on whatever he's done with the car. Then I'll update you again with the drive of the car. Spring, so much sooner than would have happened had I kept the car. So this is a positive, a win for you and a win for me. And now watch the episode. Here it comes. So as my friends Seth and Ricky here move the body of the car out for paint protection film install, I thought I'd update you. Some other things have happened that are not pictured here. I either didn't take pictures or just don't have video footage of it. As you could see in that chassis shot earlier, the nitrons, coilovers have already been installed, as have bushings. That was all taken care of at Lucor. Now here we are at PAS, where Ricky and I are going to go around the car, just look at the car. This is sort of the preparation for what PPF is going to get put on the car, what the strategy is, anything to look out for. And this is kind of with any install that happens, proper planning beforehand. Then it gets moved into position. This is actually a really nice room that is temperature controlled. Also has filters on the climate control just to keep the workspace clean. And now you can see the very first piece of paint protection film being installed on the Esprit here. This is Xpel Ultimate Plus Fusion film. It is very hydrophobic. It's also self-healing. On a car like this, where so much time has gone into the body work with True Performance and Josh Hafner, having just really gone above and beyond to have that body work at a place of integrity. So at this point, it's just really protecting it, not only for use, but also during the really the rebuilding process. Anything can happen, and this just gives you that sort of extra layer of protection to make sure you don't have to paint it again. So on the Esprit S4 Resurrection process, we're using some pre-cut templates that have been extended to allow greater wraparound, and we're also doing some pieces custom. With a car this rare, that's just kind of the way it is. The whole car ultimately will be covered in Xpel paint protection film. Here you can see the whole front, basically clamshell of the car is getting wrapped in one giant piece, and the rockers are each one piece being test fit and then stretched basically to fit perfectly. They also then get trimmed. You can see this piece is basically a custom piece that once is fitted the way the installer feels he likes, he'll then cut it to size. Even little pieces will have Xpel protection. So originally it was going to be a big surprise. The interior was going to be purple carpets, white leather with purple tartan centers. Todd has elected to go in a different direction. It's probably going to be camel with tartan inserts. Still going to be amazing. Here what you can see is we are stripping off the old window tint. You can see at the very top of the panel here where the original tint was, now completely faded. It was probably not a ceramic film. It was probably simply a dyed film. And now we're stripping that all off. That is a painstaking process, but it has to be done in order to put down UV protection film so that the interior stays pristine. One of the things I say about detail products, any kind of chemical remover, is you want to let the chemical do the work. He's letting it on there for a little while. He's not just spraying and then going at it. He's letting it kind of eat the adhesive and the rest of the crap off. So as you can see, this is really excruciating work. People are like, I want to be a tinter. Tinting is not only an art form, but tinting requires an artistry and an attention to detail that few have if they're honest with themselves. If you watch William here, he is on the micron level, micro focusing. And that's really what it takes to deliver a seamless, beautiful, dirt-free application of window film. It's not something that anyone can do. And this film is going to be a product called Air 80. It's from a company called Lumar. If you're into window tint, you'll be familiar with that. If you're not into window tint, you probably have never heard that before. They're an Eastman company. The film that they make here, this Air 80 film, is going to match this blue hue that's on the factory glass. This is all going to be plotted out on a plotter. The film is then going to be placed on these panes of glass and again, as I said, painstakingly installed, and it's going to give huge UV rejection. So it's going to keep the interior of the car cooler, and it's also going to protect things from fading inside the car. So kind of a no-brainer. So this is the plot of the Air 80, and the good news is it's sort of good. You can kind of see the light gap will be right here. Yeah, it should be behind the seal, hopefully. The goal being, and you can see this hue kind of matches the factory hue. It's not like super tinty, and will just look sort of like it has an anti-reflective coating on it, like a watch. So the process that Will is going to do now is called shrinking. And that is, once he gets this flat, you're going to see there'll be little areas that don't quite lay down. And he is going to shrink those out. So like this one right here, that pocket, so that when he's done, the tint will conform totally to the curvature of the glass. Because even though this looks like a pretty flat pane of glass in the car, you can see that it is not flat. We're gonna have him tint the windshield too, and I always thought the windshield was flat. And I'm guessing the windshield also probably is not flat. And what you're watching here is the difference between me, who can tint a window, and Will, who is a tinter. Tinting is definitely one of those things where I would say, don't try this at home. It's deceptively, it looks like one of those things that you can do, but only Will can do it. This is the final cleaning. I cleaned it, but I just feel more comfortable with Will. He's got a much higher aptitude for fine details. He just found a little piece of film still on there. And when you're dealing with film that has been, this car wasn't driven for, I don't know, had to watch one of the older videos myself to remember, but I think 15 to 20 years that it sat, and it just baked on there day after day after day after day. So, as windows go, this is one of the most yuck. Beautiful. The finished product. And again, barely tinted, but is gonna block all of the things which would destroy the new interior. And going back through this video series, it's amazing to see all the craftsmen that have been involved and all the skills that I do not have. For me personally, I could watch for hours, and I hope you've enjoyed watching them too. For the end of this video, I've included some shots at where the car is located now, Red Frog. I'll be bringing you another update along the path here, and we'll definitely, once the car is finished, give you a Tim's Enthusiast Garage video of the car, a drive, and just generally how it turned out. I think it'll be pretty close to the original theme, and I'm just stoked to see it kind of brought to fruition. My thoughts on this in general are sort of, I've seen projects like this spiral out of control and sort of control people's lives, and this was definitely not going to do that for me. For me, I made the right decision. Potentially, you watching this series could be a learning experience for you as well. And if you do have questions, feel free to reach out either on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or anywhere where Tim's Enthusiast Garage has a platform. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.